Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. Okay, let's start. Thirty-fourth sloka, na? So our Hamsaguhya prayers. So we are discussing. 33 is over. Yes. How the prayers are? Enjoyable or not? Are you enjoying the prayers? Very difficult prayers. Why? Why Daksha is choosing this kind of difficult prayers? What is the need? What he wants to say about the Lord in these prayers? Till now, what he wants to say? What he said actually through the prayers, how he glorified. Huh? Asti nasti. Asti nasti, what nasti, what asti. Asti nasti means what? Fundraise, formless and having form. Savishesha, nirvishesha. Some says that form is there and some says they don't say. Some says that there is no form. So both are right or wrong? Both are right because viruddha dharminaha. Ekastayoho binna viruddha dharminaha. They are discussing about one object which is having the opposite qualities. The object is having the very opposite qualities. Avekshitam kinchana yoga sankhyayoho. That is seen. This viruddha qualities through which yoga? Through the yoga and sankhya. Samam param hyanikulam bruhat. But is there any contradiction between these two schools? Yoga school and Sankhya school. Yoga school means what you should take here? Bhakti. Sankhya school is Jnana. And are there any contradiction? No contradiction. Okay, after that, finally, he did these prayers for getting the blessings. So what blessings he wants actually? Daksha wants. So what kind of blessings? He wants to expand the progeny. This is the desire. So next what he's saying? Yah prakrutair gnanapatair jananam yathashayam dehagato vibhati yathanila pardivamastrito gunam स ईश्वरो मे कुरुतां मनोरथम. भावग्राही प्रभु. Translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Prabhu, I was unable to find out the verse, Prabhu, because yesterday I missed that.
Huh?
I was unable to find out the verse, Prabhu.
34.
34. Oh,
34, Babu.
Yes, Prabhu. As the air carries various characteristics of the physical elements, like the aroma of flowers or colors, resulting from a mixture of dust in the air. The Lord appears through lower systems of worship according to one's desires, although he appears as the demigods and not in his original form. What is the use of these other forms? May the original Supreme Personality of Godhead please fulfill my desires.
Please fulfill my desires, my dear Lord. What is my desire? What is the desire? Let me fill this whole universe with my progeny. This is his desire. Previously also one exalted hero tried for this. Who is that? Progeny, for progeny he did the lot of tapasya. Finally he also became successful. He expanded this successfully, the mission. Who is that? Who is that? That veer, that hero? Huh? You see? I don't know. You decide. Yes. So who is that? Previously we have seen the great sage Kardamuni. Yes, Kardamuni. So, yeah, because his father told him Praja Sruja. That means you create the progeny, you expand this mission of spreading this whole universe. That he did, na? So that's why. So now, same way here, Daksha also is trying for that. Okay. Tadevam. तदेवं न यस्य सख्यम इत्यनेन सर्वं पुमान् तदेवं न यस्य सख्यम इत्यनेन सर्वं 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 पुमान् वेद गुणांसितज्ञो न वेद सर्वज्ञमनन्तमीडे इत्यनेन च जीव ईश्वरयोः अल्पज्ञत्व सर्वज्ञत्वां वास्तवमेव पार्थक्यम् अवधारितम् एव ततश्च यदो परमो मनसा इत्यनेन मनीषिणः अन्तर्हृदयेन अन्तर्हृदि इत्यनेन च तस्यैव ईश्वरस्य एकस्यापि अलौकिक निर्विशेष सविशेष ज्ञानगम्यत्वेन निर्विशेषं सविशेष स्वरूपं च यथामति व्यञ्जितं पुनश्च स एव मामशेष इति त्रयेण मायकवस्तूनां तद्रूपत्वेऽपि तत्स्वरूपभूतत्वाभावः उक्तः स एव मम अशेष इति त्रयेण मायकवस्तूनां तद्रूपत्वेऽपि तत्स्वरूपभूतत्वाभावः उक्तः पुनः अस्ति नास्ति इति द्वयेन भक्तिशास्त्रज्ञानशास्त्रयोरविरोधः गूढोऽपि स्पष्टीकृतः इदानीं ये जीव ईश्वरयोः पार्थक्यम् उपाधिकृतम् एव इदानीं ये जीव ईश्वरयोः पार्थक्यम् उपाधिकृतम् एव न वास्तवम् इत्याचक्षते तेषां ज्ञानी मानिना what is said in this यः प्राकृतैः ज्ञानपतैः जनानां यथा as the air carries various characters of physical elements like the aroma of a flower or colors resulting from mixture of dust in the air, the Lord appears to the lower systems of worship according to one's desires, although he appears as a demigod. No, yes. Jiva Ishwarayoho Partakyam उपाधिकृतं एव न तु वास्तवमित्या चक्षते तेषां ज्ञानिमानिनाम् असमञ्जसपदगामित्वं व्यञ्जयन् स्वमनोरोधं स्वमनोरथसिद्धिं यः प्राकृतैः अर्वाचीनैः ज्ञानमार्गैः जनानां देहगतः यथाशयम् अयं यथाशयम् आशयमन्तःकरणं दुष्टं शिष्टं वा अनतिक्रम्य तद्धर्माक्रान्त एव विभाति प्रार्थयते जीवरूपेण भासते तावत् आर्तिवं दुष्टं शिष्टं वा गन्धमाश्रितः नाना गन्धवान् भवति न तु अस्तु तु So, what is the story? Once upon a time, there was Daksha, and that Daksha wants increase his progeny, and he was praying to Supreme Lord. How he started his prayers? Here, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur just once again recap. Is doing recap. First, what he said. Once upon a, there are two friends are there. Two friends are there. Are there? Who are those? Jivatma and Paramatma. What about this Jivatma? He is enjoying his friendship, but he doesn't know his friend. Wow, this is Sakyam Anubhavati. That means he's enjoying the friendship, but he is not knowing the who is that friend. Because and that good friend, he is satisfying all his desires. And this Jivatma is getting fulfilled by the all his desires, but still this Jivatma is not knowing who is giving that benefits. Jivatma doesn't know. That is said in Sarvam Puman Veda Gunam Shatasgno Na Veda Sarvagna Mananta Mide. This. Then after that, from this, what is indicated? Jiva Ishwarayoho Alpagnatva Sarvagnatvabyam Vastavameva Partakyam Avadharitam Eva. From this statement, that means Jivatma is knowing the body, life aid, senses, mind, and all these things. And also it is knowing itself in the liberated stage. But it cannot know Paramatma. So this is establishing what? Jiva is Alpagnatvam. Paramatma is having the Sarvagnatvam. So that means from this Sarvam Puman Veda Gunas Tasgno, from this what is established? Vastavameva Pardakyam Avadharitam. That means the difference between the Jiva and Ishvara is clearly established or not? Yes. Then after that, what is said? Tatascha Yado Paramo Manasa Ityanena Manishinaha Antarhrudi Ityanena Cha. Tasya. So there are two slokas came after that. One is telling about the Nirvishesha form of the absolute truth, and another is Savishesha form. How to realize the Nirvishesha form? What is the sloka is telling? Huh? Which sloka is telling? You can realize this Paramatma in two ways: Nirvishesha and Savishesha. Nirvishesha is realized by which? What is that? What is that? Sloka is what? Number you are saying. Yado paramo manasaha. This. When you seize all the functions of the mind, then you can realize it. And realize the Shesha. Huh? See the sloka? Manishinaha antarhrudi. This is this sloka. That means, yes or no? Ityanena cha. Tasya Ishwarasya ekasya. That means one Ishwara and alaukika nirvishesha savishesha gnana gamyatvena nirvishesham savishesham rupam cha yathamatim vyanjitam. So here, so Daksha clearly indicated the nirvishesha form and savishesha form of the Lord, and how to realize that also he explained. Okay, so first he clearly established the difference. Now I will ask the best. So summarize the Hamsaguhya prayers. So summarize, write the question. Please summarize the Hamsaguhya prayers. What happened actually in these prayers? What the point was discussed? What point was discussed in these prayers? That I want actually. Because you see, by saying that means Tasgno Naveda Sarvagna Manantamide. By this, what is established? Clearly the difference between Jiva and Ishvara is established. What kind of difference? Alpagnatvam and Sarvagnatvam. Next what? So Yado Paramo Manasa. Next, is Suvigneya Durvigneya. So Sugneya Durgneya. So what is this is also discussed. That means Nirvishesha form is Sugneya and Savishesha form is Durgneya. So also we have seen that is backed up by the statements of Brahmaji from the 10th canto 14th chapter. So this, yeah, 6th verse. So from this, what we are understanding, this one object, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so can be realized in the Nirvishesha form, also in the Savishesha form, both ways. He's having the both. Then after that, what he said? After that, what he said? Punascha savai mama asesha iti trayena. After that, savai mama asesha. Savai mama asesha. What is the sloka number? 28, yes. By these three slokas, what he said? 28, 28, 29, and 30 in this. What he said? Savai mama asesha iti trayena mayaka vastunam. You all remember? What was the next story? So what Purupakshi was objecting? Ocha. So your Lord is having Savishesha form. Then Savishesha form is different from the material. It's purely spiritual. So then after saying this, one more problem he raised. What is that? So that means he's incomplete. He's incomplete because he's not including all other Shaktis. Only his Chit Shakti's form is including only Chit Shaktis. So this kind of objection is raised. Then what he said? Yad yasmin yataha. That we said or not? What is that sloka number? Yasmin yataha sloka number 30. That's why 28, 29, and 30 was telling about. Of course, Lord's form is completely spiritual, but how he can be the everything? So that means if you say Lord is comprised or is manifesting out of the spiritual energies, then what about this material world? Then it is separate from him. Then one may say that your Lord is not complete. So then that's why we are saying that of course he is spiritually, so his form is spiritual, but all these energies are non-different from him. That is said by these 7 vibhaktis. If you take the meanings of the 7 vibhaktis, you can understand that all this is establishing nothing is different from the Lord. So Lord is the doer, Lord is the object, Lord is the instrument, Lord is the sampradana, apadana, and also Lord is having relation, and Lord is the resting place of everything. So that's why he is everything. That is being explained. In these 3 slokas, what we are seeing, of course, savai mama asesha iti trayena mayaka vastunam. All these material objects are also Lord only, but they are different from the Swarupa of Lord. This point also you should, if I say summarize means you should write all this. You should summarize like this. In this sloka, it is said like this. Okay. Savishesha swarupamcha yathamati venjitam. Punascha. No, sorry. Tad bhutatvam abhava ukta. Punah asti iti nasti iti. From asti nasti, what is established? Tell me. From the sloka asti nasti, what was discussed? What is the subject matter discussed? Yoga Sankhya Yoho. What was the discussion from the asti nasti? Asti nasti, what is saying? Laddu asti, jalam nasti. Laddukam asti, jalam nasti. Actually, in Sanskrit Bharati, they used to teach. Jangamavani atra asti. Kim nasti? Kupaha nasti. So asti nasti, what is this? What is telling asti nasti? Raise the hands. Amok going, bro. Yes. This nowadays is becoming so.
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Oh, Brahma asti, Jagat nasti.
Brahma asti, Jagat nasti. Wow. Yeah. So asti nasti, okay. At least you tried, Prabhu. I am so happy. So, of course, it's not right answer, but still I appreciate. I appreciate you for leading this, raising the hand. Yes, Sarva Mangal Mataji. Sarvam Mangalam. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, we were discussing that some people say that Lord is Asti, means form is there, and somebody is saying Nasti, means form is not there. So
God
the
is not
people who
there, form is
are
not there.
form
Okay.
is not there.
Okay.
So we discussed two things, that is yoga, which represent bhakti, that is savishesh,
Yeah.
and sankhya, which is jnana, which represent nirvishesha. And
Yes.
then we discussed two type of shastras, that is the people who are following the yoga, they refer bhakti shastra like Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes.
And the people who are following sankhya, they prefer shastras like Upanishada.
Yes.
Then there was one contradiction, that are these two shastras contradictory?
Or not.
Because one, yes or not. So there we said that no, they are not contradictory, but this is actually the magnanimous quality of the Lord, that he can be realized through form also and without form also.
Yes. Very good. This is the summary of that sloka. So asti, nasti, both are, of course, they are presenting the different opinions about the one object, but there is no contradiction because the Lord is such a magnanimous personality. So if you see, if anyone see you, everyone is seeing in one way only, but Lord is not like that. Viruddha dharmaha, completely different qualities can be seen because he is beyond the logic. So that's why he is having such a powers in him. So he can be perceived without form, and also he can be perceived with form also. So such a Lord should present progeny for me. You should expand my progeny. That is the ultimate intention, is that only. Daksha is desiring. So he's glorifying Lord like this. But now what he's saying, idanim ye jiva ishvarayoho pardakyam upadikrutameva na vastavim ityachakshate tesham gnanimaninam asamanjasa pataghamittum vinjayan. Here whom he is defeating? So see, these Hamsaguhya prayers are very important. Many philosophies are here clearly clarified actually in these prayers. So if you see Mayavadis, it is also said there is a fight between all these different schools. So because of this object, they will be not seeing as it is, and they are concluding into different ways, and they will be fighting. That's why this object is having this Supreme Personality of Godhead, absolute truth, is having the infinite energies. Because of this, people are completely bewildered and they will be fighting. Who are those? Advaitavadis, Dvaitavadis. Next. Who are those? Dvaita, Advaita, Dvaita, Vaisheshika. Next. Karmis, that's Mimamsakas. All So Lord is having this such a potencies. So there will be easily people, even the Shastragnas, that means know all the Shastras, they will also get so bewilderment and they start fight. Huh? So such an object is this. That also we discussed. And now people think that Jiva Ishvara Bhedam is Aupadikam. Whose opinion this? Which philosophers they say? Jiva and Ishvara's Bheda is Aupadikam. What is the meaning of Aupadikam? What is the meaning of Aupadikam? Huh? Upadi means what? What is Upadi? Tell me. Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti vaibhava, sorry. Bhakti Sandarbha, Tattva Sandarbha student you are. From Nak Katwai abhi.
No, so actually, Upadi is like that. It's a kind of covering, which because of the ignorance of Jiva or even Ishvara.
Jiva Ishvara hatao. What is Upadi? Tell me in a general words.
So this is an which is not real, but kind of designation we are giving.
Which is not real means what?
It's because of ignorance we are seeming that.
No. Maja nahi aaya. Yes.
Something woe should be taken for some.
Something?
Woe.
हाँ.
Woe should be taken.
जोर से बोलिए, एकदम माइक पास में रख के दम लगा के बोलिए. हाँ.
Sir, something woe to be taken for the spiritual advancement.
Something wow.
Like a what you call?
तेलुगु में बोलिए. तेलुगु इनको दे.
Some example is given for Upadhi means some example is given.
Upadhi means some example is given. What example is given? To whom it is given? What is that? दे दो, माइक दे दो इनको. प्रभु जी को दे दो.
Upadhis means just like red color cloth is there, and some like a jewel is there.
Crystal.
Crystal is there, and crystal gets red color,
Yes.
colorness. So that is actually crystal doesn't have red color. Then externally crystal appear red color.
Yes.
That is Upadhi.
Upadhi, what it is doing here? From this example, I explain what in give the general definition of Upadhi.
So that is actually it gets accept the cover what is not, but it's like the
Who accepts?
The original person, just like crystal is accepting. So the upadhi on the crystal, just like for example again pedestrian also, this path is there. Just path, some walking path is there. So walking path, so we say people pedestrian. Pedestrian actually known as people is known as pedestrian, but actually path is there. The path is taking upadhi.
Your example is very nice, perfectly you said, but you from that example make the general definition of upadhi and tell me.
So anything is there.
Anything is there.
And that things accepted by someone, and he identify with that thing. Actually, it doesn't have any connection, but it's still accepted. It's like
और लगना चाहिए ना? It should be explained. Okay, Amok Govind Prabhu. Yes, once again he raised the hand. Give a big hand to him.
Covering the original identity and giving some covering original identity and giving him another identity, false identity.
Yes, good. It's better. It's better. It's a better definition. That means upadhi is the one which is different from that upahitam. That means the object. So who is going to get this upadhi? So it is different from that object. That is upahitam, you say. It's different from the upahitam, and but it gives its qualities to that externally. And because of ignorance, people may think that those qualities are original qualities of upahitam, but not its original qualities of upahitam. So like you see here, red cloth is upadhi, crystal is the upahitam. So here now, red crystal is looking very transparent. But now when you keep near to the red cloth, so it is now looking as a red crystal. But this redness in the crystal is not the inherent quality of the upahitam, but it is given by upadhi. That means the one which stays external to the another one, and but it gives its qualities to the another one, then it is known as upadhi, and that another one is known as upahitam. Okay, this we discussed, but you told Prabhu nice, thank you. So what they are saying, Jiva Ishvara Bhedam Aupadikam means what? Whose philosophy is this? Who is believing this kind of philosophy? Huh? How? Mayavadis, you are telling very nice. How? Tell me. Explain quickly, fast. No? Jiva Ishvara Bhedam Aupadikam asti va vastavam asti. Kim asti? Jiva Ishvarayoho Bhedam Aupadikam vastavam. What is the answer for this? Jiva Ishvarayoho Bhedam asti va nasti? Asti. Jiva Ishvarayoho Bhedam asti? Asti. Asti nasti? Asti nasti. Wow. Achintya Veda Veda. But if I ask you to select one, what you will select? Asti nasti. Jiva Ishvarayoho Bhedam asti nasti. If I give only one, you should select. Then first you, so Bhedam asti. Asti will select or nasti? You give preference to what? Asti only we should say. Bhedam is there. We are the Bhedavadis. We are Bhedavadis. We don't want to say everything is one. No. Okay, so this Bhedam, this difference is aupadikam, temporary, or this permanent? This is the point. The difference between the Jiva and Ishvara is the temporary or permanent? It's a permanent. Where we established this? We established in the no, Sarvam Puman. In this prayers itself, we established. First command is that only, na? Sarvam Puman Veda Gunam Satasnona Veda Sarvagnam Anantamide. That means Ishvara is Sarvagna and Jivatma is Alpagna. The difference is there, clearly established. Sarvagnatvam, Alpagnatvam of the Ishvara Jiva. So that is establishing the Bheda, and that Bheda is permanent. And now, so someone is believing the difference between Jiva and Ishvara is that temporary. So is it right understanding? Is it right understanding? It is not right understanding. So some kind of people, they believe that the difference between Ishvara and Jiva is temporary. That who are those? Advaitavadis. They say that Ishvara is nothing but, Ishvara is what? Yeah, hundreds of times I told in Tattva, in Bhakti, in Brahman, which is called by Maya. Brahman cover kar denge Maya se te. Yes, Vaugrahi Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Vidyavachinna Chaitanyam Ishvaraha.
Another is?
Avidyavachinna Chaitanyam Jivaha.
Yeah, Avidyavachinna Chaitanyam Jiva, Vidyavachinna Chaitanyam Ishvara. Otherwise, Mayavachinna Chaitanyam, so Ishvara. Otherwise, next, Antakarnavachinna Chaitanyam Jiva. So, this Avachinnata or otherwise Pratibhimbata, these are all temporary. Like you see, you take water flow, water is flowing, and in that you keep one big pot and small pot. So if you dip that big pot in that, so some water it is covering or not, that big pot, and also small pot is there. You also dip that into the water and it is also so covering some water. So now if you see these two pots are covering the, so two different amounts of water, and it looks the difference between these two. But if you destroy the pot, is there any difference? No difference. That means what? According to them, this big pot is Ishvara, small pot is Jiva. So according to them, this pot is permanent one? No. So water flow is only permanent. That water flow is nothing but what? Brahman. So Brahman is permanent, and that is one only, that one water flow. But temporarily you are seeing that big, that means more amount of water here and less amount of water, that is only temporary. Destroy the pots, there is one. So that's why Jiva Ishvara Bheda is what? According to them, temporary, aupadikam. Till the time the Maya is there, that means Vidya is there, then you have a difference. Then Vidya out, then there is one. So who is thinking like this? Mayavadis. So now this prayer, this 34th sloka is indicating those, their opinion. That means these people, Mayavadis or the Advaitavadis, they think that the difference between Jiva and Ishvara is temporary, is aupadikam. And so rejecting their opinion here. So this prayer, 34th prayer, is rejecting that. Pardakyam upadikrutam eva na vastavikam ityachakshate tesham gnani maninam asamanjasa patagamittum vinjayan. This is the improper actually accepting. That means the Ishvara Jiva Bheda is temporary. So this is improper actually. So who is saying? This 34th prayer is saying. And swamanoratham manoratha siddhim yaha prakritaihi arvachinaihi gnanamargaihi jananam dehagataha yathashayam ashayam antakaranam dushtam sistam va. And also he is expressing his desire in this. And also what is happening? Jivatma is very pure actually. What Jadabharata is saying about the Jivatma? What is saying? Jadabharata? About Jivatma he told or not? Why he is telling about Jivatma and Paramatma? जड़भरत का क्या जरूरत पड़ा ये सब बोलने के लिए? जड़भरत कौन है? जड़भरत एक है या नहीं है ना? क्या डिस्कशन है दोनों का बीच में? हाँ, कौन सा 2 पॉइंट लेके वो पूरा डिस्कशन चला 3 चैप्टर में? हाँ, इधर देख के बोलो, फोन माइक ले लो, बोलो माइक में बोलो.
When that Jaravarad was lifting, carrying the palanquin, so at the time King Rahugana, he chastised. So there was some conversation at the time.
वो सब नहीं, कहानी नहीं चाहिए हमको.
At the time Rahugana told that this Atma is different and body is different. So to establish and Atma never gets any pain. So then Jaravarad, he was establishing that Atma also gets pain.
Who established? Jadavarta established Atma also gets pain. Okay? Very good. यही रामायण पूरा सुन के राम सीता राम को क्या होगा बोल दी तू, बहन होगा बोल रही. Atma gets pain or not?
In the beginning,
नहीं जड़भरत क्या बोले? Atma gets pain or not? बोलो, है ना?
Oh, अच्छा, yeah.
वो अच्छा, ये.
That Rahugana gave that example that like in the fire, it's heated the.
कौन pain का? Who is opinion? Atma will get pain. Whose opinion this is? Rahugana opinion this is, not the Jadavarsa opinion.
Yes.
So very good. Anyway, tried. So we are all appreciating you. Appreciating ignorance, no. So Jadavarta is saying that, oh, my dear Rahugana, you are saying that this Atma also will get pain. Where Atma will get pain? So what? That's the main argument is started where. So he scolded. Rahugana scolded him. So अरे बहुत दुखी हुए आप, इतना टायर्ड हो गए. That means you tired so much. So you are taking so much pain. Then he said that कौन pain कर रहे हैं, कौन किसको pain? No pain. He was telling that there is no pain. You are a fool. You are a fool that then there is a pot on the fire, and in that milk, and in that milk there is a rice. And that example he gave. Who gave? Our Ravagana gave. So that rice is also get affected by the fire, So the fire is catching first to the pot, and pot got heated, and then milk is got heated. In that milk the rice is there, and rice also is boiled. So similarly, this body, in that body, mind, and in that there is a Atma, and Atma is also getting the pain. He gave very good example. Then blasted actually. Our Jadabharata blasted that Kshetragnayeta manaso vibhutir. What he was saying, hey, my dear, though which avishuddhatu, what is Jivatma? What is the Jivatma? Is it like Padartha? The pot and milk and also rice, you are all taking, those are all made up of one material. Do you think Atma is also made up of same way? That means in the one kind of body, mind, and Atma is in the same material? No, it is completely a different material. Why you are comparing this example? Why you are explaining the pain of the Atma through this example? This is a wrong example. You took a wrong example. So you hear from me. What is Atma? I will tell to you. Then he told, Kshetragnayeta manaso vibhutir. All these vrittis, Jivatma, of course, it is very pure, but because of, that means it is entering Suddha api avishuddha kartuhu. All the mind, vrittis of mind, all are impure. In that vichaste, it is visheshana tishtati. It is entering into those vrittis and claiming me, mine. And then that's why it is feeling the pain actually, but philosophically and truth is no. Similar point he is also discussed here. Similar point here, this prayer also is saying 34th. Atma is very pure, very clean, but still when it is in the Hrudayam, that means in the heart. So in that heart, there are the good and bad are there. And this Atma is overcome by good and bad. Whatever desires are there in the heart, by those desires, this Atma is overcome. And it is started, that means getting the wrong desires. So like that, he's explaining the position of the Jivatma. So that's, you see, Prakrutaihi arvachinaihi gnana margaihi jananam dehagataha yathashayam ashayamantah karanam dustam system va anatikramya taddharmakrantaha. Now Jivatma is in the heart. Whatever good and bad are there, those are all now, these qualities are given to Atma. Like you see, red cloth and crystal. Redness is given to crystal. Similarly, in the place of red cloth, you take heart, our heart, which is having the good and bad vrittis. Good and bad vrittis functions, it means good and bad thoughts. So those all are now imposed on what? Atma, which is pure. So, but is it, these qualities are really the inherent qualities of Atma? No. This dostam system tad dharmakranta eva vibhati pradhyate. So in this way, Jivatma is seen in this. The like example is given. Jiva rupane vasyatha vayu. Like the air is there. Air is also carrying the, so sometimes some particles, air is not having the actually no smell. But sometimes when that air is flowing on the agarbattis, then you'll be getting the good aroma. And the same air, when it is flowing on the top of stool, then some bad smell. Why this is coming? Is there any change in the air? Air is like Atma, like crystal, it is pure. But now good and bad smells are coming to the air. So that is because of what? Particles of the earth. Tatra Gandhavati Prithvi. So smell is the property of Prithvi. That means particles of earth. But it is not the properties. Air is not having the quality of smell. Air is having what qualities? Touch and sound. Touch and sound. Fire is having the how many qualities? sound, touch, form. Water is having how many qualities? Sound, touch, form, and taste. Earth is having the five qualities: sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. So now you are saying air is bad smell. That means now this air is having bad smell. So air is having bad smell? No, actually in that air is carrying some dust particles. That means earth particles, and those particles actually are carrying the smell, because smell is the property of the earth, not the property of air. So that's why any bad air, good air, that is only what? Aupadikam. But by nature, air is pure. So in the place of air, you should take Jivatma. Jivatma. And good and bad, in the place you should take the good and bad vrittis of heart. Okay. This is happening.
Yesterday, Gyani realized this thing when function of mind, Manovritti stops, function of mind stops, everything. Then they go to come to the transcendental trance stage. Then they realize.
Yeah.
Now, question is the devotee. How devotee realize devotee's case, because there's a function of mind, intelligence. When
those will not be there.
Sorry.
Sevonmukha Juhado. That means when he engages all the senses in the service of the Lord, these material senses will become spiritual.
Okay. That means
completely it's become transcendental.
Generally, we think like that material mind, material intelligence,
No.
that is appears like some commodity. It destroys. Material mind destroy means mind can never destroy.
No,
the
destroy.
mind becomes spiritual.
Transforms.
That's
yes.
it. It's just like it is Jarati Kos Deham. That is also
Yes.
no?
Like iron rod, if you keep in a fire, it will become fire.
So generally, our understanding that material mind destroys, subtle body destroys like that, no?
No.
So gross body and subtle
Conversion.
body conversion happens, no?
Yes.
Okay.
Destruction will happen in the Gnani's case. Linga Deha Bhanga. We studied in the that's Bhakti Misra Gnana Yoga in the 27th chapter of the 3rd canto.
Devotee case, everything becomes spiritualized.
Yeah,
Material
and also
mind.
Linga Bhanga, Linga Deha Bhanga, where we studied recently, also we studied. Yeah, in the our Rishabhadev's teachings. Especially he was giving the Gnani. That means Vairagyam, Gnanam, and Bhakti. Very less Bhakti he taught actually. If you say Rishabhadev's teaching, less Bhakti he taught, but mostly he taught Gnanam and Vairagyam. Too much Vairagyam he taught.
So devotee says Vritti will be like that, gradual Vritti will be changing, like spiritualized. All Vritti will become spiritual. We say the material heart, like contaminated heart, will be spiritual, everything.
All spiritual, that means impurities are finished and it will become completely transcendental. That means tada rajastamo bhava kama lobhadayas chetayetairana vidam stitam sattve prasidati. It will completely transform into Visuddha Sattva. Okay, so this is a discussion about the 34th sloka. So in the 34th sloka, he is finally Sa Ishvara me kurutam manoratham. Whatever I desire, that he may sanction. This is a thing. Prabhupada is discussing same points what we discussed. Gatakash, Patakash, this Advaitist philosophies. So you wrote the question. That means question what you wrote. The summarize the Amsaguhya prayers. How many? Yeah, you should establish. That's the point in this sloka. That means, for example, Sarvam Puman Veda Gunas Tajgno Na Veda Sarvagrimananta Vidi. Here, the difference between the Jiva and Paramatma, Alpagnatvam and Sarvagnatvam of the Jiva Ishvara is discussed, and the difference between the Ishvara and Jiva is established, which is permanent. Vastavam is a fact. Like that, you should write. No. 5 marks enough. How many prayers are there? From 22 to 34, na? 23 to. No, 3 slokas is 1 point. Okay. 10 marks, you write it. You take 10 marks. कम मार्क्स है तो कम लिखने से चलेगा, ज्यादा लिखने 10 मार्क्स में अच्छा लिखना है। अस्ति नास्ति इसमें क्या हो रहा है, उसके पहले भगवान के शक्ति, लॉर्ड शक्ति सारथी विरुद्ध शक्ति is having. Actually, in the bhakti sandarbha, in Bhagavad sandarbha, many slokas are taken from these prayers actually to establish achintitvam of the Lord's potencies. And also in the Paramatma sandarbha, it is taken. This all the whole world is non-different from the Lord. Lord's form is spiritual, completely Swarupa, but still you cannot say that this entire this Maya Jagat, that means Jagat made by the Maya, is different from the Lord. You cannot say. That is also is inside to the Lord only. Because Yasmin Yataha, this is yes, in the second canto, 6th chapter. Swarupa. Second canto, 6th chapter. Very good, Prabhu. Next, 35 to 39, we will see. It is tutah samstutavatah satas. It is tutah samstutavatah satasmin nagamarshane. Pradurasit kurusreshta bhagavan bhakta vatsalah. Krutapadaha suparnam se pralambhashta mahabhuja. Shankachakra charmeshu dhanupasha gadadhara. Pitavasa ghanashyamah prasanna vadanekshana. Vanamala nivati ango lasat sri vatsa kausubah. Mahakirita katakaha spuran makara kundalaha. Kanchanguliya valayan upurangadavushitaha. Trailokyamohanam rupam bibrat tribhuvaneshwaraha. Urutaha naradhyanandadyai parshadhyai suratupai. Stuyamanonugayaddhihi siddha gandharva charanai. This is a Lord's transcendental form. Okay. Chaitanya Jivan.
Hare Krishna. Yes, yes, yes. Sri Shukadev Goswami said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, who is extremely affectionate to his devotees, was very pleased by the prayers offered by Daksha, and thus he appeared at that holy place known as Adhamarshana. O Maharaj Parikshit, best of the Guru dynasty, the Lord's lotus feet rested on the soldiers of his career Garuda, and he appeared with 8 long, mighty, very beautiful arms. In his hands he held a disc, conch shell, sword, shield, arrow, bow, rope, and club. In each hand a different weapon, all brilliantly shiny. His garments were yellow and his body hue was deep bluish. His eyes and face were very cheerful, and from his
Kawa, what happened? Okay, his garments were yellow and his bodily hue deep bluish. His eyes and face were very cheerful, and from his neck to his feet hung a long garland of flowers. His chest was decorated with the Kaustubha jewel and the mark of Srivatsa. On his head was a gorgeous round helmet, and his ears were decorated with earrings resembling sharks. All these ornaments were uncommonly beautiful. The Lord wore a golden belt on his waist, bracelets on his arms, rings on his fingers, and ankle bells on his feet. Thus decorated by various ornaments, Lord Hari, who is attracted to all living entities of the three worlds, is known as Purushottama, the best personality. He was accompanied by great devotees like Narada, Nanda, and all the principal demigods, led by the heavenly king Indra, and the residents of various upper planetary systems such as Siddhaloka, Gandharvaloka, and Charanaloka, situated on both sides of the Lord and behind him as well. These devotees offered him prayers continuously. So Daksha's prayers, after hearing Daksha's prayers, Lord appeared, and his form is explained here. Okay, you relish this form in your dream, I hope. Next, verse number 40. Rupam tanmahadascharya vichakshagata sadhvasaha nanama dandavat bhumau prahrushtatma prajapati. Radha Govardhan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Seeing that wonderful and effulgent form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Prajapati Daksha was first somewhat afraid, but then he was very pleased to see the Lord, and he fell to the ground like a stick, Dandavat, to offer his respects to the Lord.
Yeah, he got initially all of a sudden by seeing the Lord, some fear he got. Then after that, he paid obeisances, Dandavat Pranam. Next, Nakinchano dhiriyutum ashakat tivraya muda apurita manodwarair haradinya iva nirjarai. Vipin Purandar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam Prabhu.
As rivers are filled by water flowing from a mountain, all of Daksha's senses were filled with pleasure. Because of his highly elevated happiness, Daksha could not say anything, but simply remained flat on the ground.
Thank you. As rivers are filled by water flowing from a mountain, all of Daksha's senses were filled with pleasure because of his highly elevated happiness. Is it spiritual happiness? No, it is material happiness. You will understand. That means he is having now, yes, what I want, that is going to be fulfilled now. That is his happiness actually. He's having a problem. That we will discuss. He's having a problem actually. Daksha is not a pure devotee. And Daksha is having the backup offenses. That means balance account is there. Since that account is not settled, so he is not able to get any spiritual bliss also. That we will discuss anyway. So when one actually realizes or sees the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is filled with the complete happiness, for example. But in the case of the Kardamuni, he was also praying the Lord for the material desire. What is that desire? To get a cow, a beautiful wife he wants. So to increase the progeny, that's his father's order. But actually this is not really the cause actually. That will not establish his sakamatvam of his Karma Bhakti. That is not going to establish sakamatvam of Karma Bhakti. Karma Bhakti is how many types? Karma Bhakti is how many types? Karma Bhakti क्या है प्रभु? तो चलो छोड़ दो चलो ठीक कम से कम types बोलो. 3 types. What are those? 2 types कहाँ है इसे चले. Karma Bhakti is 2 types. Karma Bhakti, Sakama Karma Bhakti and Bhakti Matra Karma Bhakti. It's not Kaivalya Kama because there is no Jnana there. Prayaha, that means 90%, 99%. Karma Bhakti is 2 types. Sakama Karma Bhakti, Bhakti Matra Karma Bhakti. ये क्या है जानना चाहते तो आप हमको पूछिए, तो हम लेक्चर्स देंगे, सुनिए तो समझ में आएगा. Okay, if you have question for this, you consult me and I will give you lectures, and you hear that, then you'll get full understanding. I will not discuss here because time is less. So anyway, Kardam Muni was doing the Sakama Karma Mishra Bhakti or Nishkam Karma Mishra Bhakti. Actually, it is not Sakama Karma Mishra Bhakti, but actually it is Karma Mishra Bhakti only, but Bhakti is fully devoted to the Lord. Because Srila Jiva Goswami is saying that when he saw the Lord, immediately his eyes, tears are coming, because so much love he was having in the heart, and by that heart is melted, and that bhor vibhor hona. So now by seeing the Lord, that happiness, pleasure is coming in the form of the tears actually, and that is establishing. That's his tears are dropping, and that land became Bindu Sarovar. Kardama. Last. No. Last years and Kardama also got the tears. Otherwise what? Yeah. It's both then. But Kardama got the tears, and Lord also, of course, by seeing. But Kardama first got. Otherwise, how Lord will get? Only Lord will simply seeing and why he will cry. That is establishing actually the purity of his devotion actually. Sakamatvam is only superficial. Only his father told him to increase the progeny. Out of respect to his father, he was having that desire, but he was having the pure intention only. So, but the case is different in the case of Daksha. Daksha was also doing these austerity or prayers for the sake of for the material desire, but he is having the balance of, that means uncleared balance of offenses. Next sloka, anyway, we will go to the next sloka and we will discuss that in the coming section. That is very elaborate discussion. Tam tathavana tam bhaktam praja kamam prajapatim chittagna sarva bhutanam idama janardana. Translation, Saranakandi Prabhu.
Although Prajapati Daksha could not say anything, when the Lord, who knows everyone's heart, saw his devotees prostrated in that manner and desiring to increase the population, he addressed him as follows.
Yes. Like in the case of Dhruva Maharaj also, Dhruva Maharaj didn't ask anything, but Lord was keep on giving all the boons, because he knows the heart of the Dhruva Maharaj. And he gave, so you are going to get this kingdom, and your wife, your mother will be dying, and you will be going back to this Dhroloka. Everything he said. And but he felt guilty actually. I was having these desires long back. Why you are giving all this? And feeling guilty actually. Why? That means Lord is knowing my bad intention. Such a bad guy, So see the repentance actually it was having. That is Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj also approached Lord for the material desire only. But after doing the devotion, what is his reciprocation? Kardamuni's case also. So you should analyze this actually. I will make a question actually on this. So you should understand. Okay. Huh? No, here Vishwanath is discussing. That's why. Sloka is coming. That's why. So it's very simple. It's not a big thing actually. Okay. So but in the case of Daksha, you see the response. So how he responded actually when Lord appeared in front of him, and Lord is going to say what? First of all, we should hear what Lord said first of all. Okay, then we'll see the things. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Pracheta Samahabhaga Samsiddhas Tapasa Bhavan Yachraddaya Matparaya Mahibhavam Param Gata. I will read. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O most fortunate Prachetasa. Prachetasa means the son of Prachetas is known as Prachetasa. So because of your great faith in me, you have attained the supreme devotional ecstasy. Indeed, because of your austerities combined with exalted devotion, your life is now successful. You have achieved complete perfection. So what Shraddha we are hearing? So Lord is saying you have Shraddha. What is this Shraddha and what is the Shraddha we want? So for entering into the pure devotion, is there any difference? What is the entry door for the pure devotional service? Shraddha. Okay. What is that Shraddha and this Shraddha? Here Krishna, here Lord is saying, so you have Shraddha in me, he is saying. Is there or not? Yes, Shraddhaya. Shraddha. What is this Shraddha and that Shraddha? Shraddha means everywhere one meaning only we should take, or Shraddha is changing. That Shraddha is, which is the entry door for the pure devotion. What is the form of that Shraddha? Jai Gopinath Prabhu, yes.
Complete faith in the scriptures, 100% faith.
Can you give the form? That means form of that Shraddha.
I'm not getting the question. I'm not getting the question. What is
form? Means shape of that Shraddha. What shape? I'll say that I have Shraddha in my friend. So what kind of Shraddha? In every difficulty he saves me. That kind of Shraddha I have. Like that. What is the shape? Example I give. In that way you should. Okay, no problem. So Bhavagrahi Prabhu, I will take him.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, is it anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishyate viswasa sharanga saranagati?
That is a symptom actually. But I am not asking the symptom of that Shraddha. But I am asking the shape of that Shraddha. Shape of Shraddha is bhakti is one and only mean to give the ultimate result. Bhakti is the one and only mean to give the ultimate result. This is this form of this shape of Shraddha is needed to enter into the Suddha Bhakti. Okay. Bhakti means Krishna Bhakti only. But what kind of Shraddha Daksha is having? Tell me. He is having the same kind of Shraddha? No. What is that Shraddha man? What kind of Shraddha here Krishna is saying?
That is not clear. Lord saying you have complete perfection. You have attained complete perfection. Here Lord is saying you have attained complete perfection. You have Shraddha. And we say he has not got like that devotion and that.
Yeah, so really confusing.
Lord is saying you have got complete perfection. Lord personally saying, so what remains perfection then remain left over. Somebody saying you have got complete. Now Lord is telling absolutely you got. I have a.
Lord is confusing us.
So really. How to understand?
Why he is confusing?
Oh, something you have to something remaining. Is there some?
My Paramba. So actually here Shraddha means, actually see Daksha is having the material desire. So he is having such a Shraddha. My desire will be fulfilled from him. There is no doubt in that. So this kind of Shraddha he is having, that's all. But he doesn't have, Bhakti is only the one and only the mean which can give the ultimate perfection. So that kind of Shraddha he doesn't have. Because he doesn't believe in Bhakti like that. Because of the problem is what? He was having the uncleared offenses. Because of that, one cannot get Shraddha. So what are the results of the uncleared offenses? Kutilata, Ashraddha, Vastu, Bhaktinishta Chavaka Vastuantara Abhiniveshaha, Saithilyam, and Bhaktikruta Ahankara. He doesn't have that kind of Shraddha. Okay. And he got the perfection. Means what kind of perfection he got? My param bhavam, paramatma eva ayam iti sreshtam bhavanam. That means for fulfillment of my desires, he is only my shelter. Like that he got that kind of so bhava he is having. But he doesn't have that. The bhakti, Krishna bhakti is only the mean. That kind of bhava he doesn't have. Because Daksha is a pakka karma yogi. Karmi, not karma yogi, karmi. Karmi. Now he's doing the devotion towards the Lord. Then he is so we don't know actually. Details are not there. Much details are not there. Next, Pritoham te prajanatha yatte syod brahmanam tapaha mamaisha kamo bhutanam yadbhuya survibhutaya. My dear Prajapati Daksha, you have performed extreme masteries for the welfare and growth of the world. My desire also is that everyone within this world be happy. I am therefore very pleased with you because you are endeavoring to fulfill my desire for the welfare of the entire world. Because maintenance activity should be done by the Lord. And this Daksha is cooperating in that, expanding the creation and so having the good progeny. So that's why this is really helping. So Lord is saying that you are also helping me. Asya viswasya udbrahmanam vruddhikaram yatte tapo abhut esha mamaiva kamaha edrichaya tava tapaha siddham babuva ityartha. That means, so he did, Yadaksha did a good, nice tapasya. So that's why Lord is happy. After very dissolution of material cosmos, all the living entities take shelter of the Chalo. Brahma bhavo bhavantascha manavo vibhudeshwara vibhutayo mama heta bhutanam bhuti hetavaha. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, the Manus, all the other demigods in the higher planetary systems are, and you Prajapatis who are increasing the population are working for the benefit of all living entities. Thus, you expansions of my marginal energy are incarnations of my various qualities. All these devatas also different vibhutis of the Lord are considered as vibhutis of the Lord. So it's a direct forward, that means direct meaning. So all these people, they are so cooperating or helping in the Lord's desire. So that's why desire means so having the good maintenance and creation. So for that they are helping. So that's why Lord is saying you are all my incarnations. There are various types of incarnations or expansions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The expansions of his personal self or Vishnu Tattva are called the Swamshas, whereas the living entities who are not Vishnu Tattva and but Jiva Tattva are called Vibhinnamsa, separate expansions. All the Prajapati Daksha is not on the same level as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. He is compared to them because he engages in the service of the Lord, in the service of the personality of God. It is not that Brahma is considered very gentle, is great, while an ordinary human being trying to preach the glories of the Lord is considered very low. There are no such distinctions regardless of whether materially highly or materially low. Anyone engaged in the service of the Lord is spiritually very dear to him. In this regard, Sri Madhvacharya gives this quotation from the Tantra Nirnaya, Vishesha Vyakti Patratvad. So from the Lord Brahma down, all the living entities engaged in the service of the Lord are extraordinary and are called Vibhuti. Okay. Next, So that means Lord is appreciating the austerities of Daksha, and he's telling about austerities like this. Tapo me hrudayam brahman tanur vidya kriya kritihi angani kratavo jata dharma atma sava sura. My dear Brahmana, austerity in the form of the meditation is my heart. So where one more place he said, Lord is saying that this tapasa is my heart. Where it is said, which chapter, which number, sloka number? Yes, come on, come on. Yes. The ritualistic ceremonies and the sacrifices, when properly conducted, are the various limbs of my body. The unseen good fortune proceeding from payasa, spiritual activities constitutes my mind, and the demigods who execute my order in various departments are my life and soul. Austerity is my heart. Kriyakritihi tanuhu. Vidya tanuhu. Vidya. Nityanayamityakadyaha. Kratavaha. आया नहीं, आया नहीं, आया नहीं, आया नहीं. कहाँ है, कहाँ है, कहाँ है? Second canto, 9th chapter, 22nd sloka. Pratyadishtam maya tatra tvayi karma vimohite. Tapo me hrudayam sakshat atmaham tapasonagha. 2:9:22. Okay, anyway, now describe a Lord's karma yoga form. What is this? If question vichitra lag raha hai na? Chitra Vichitra ashram is there near to our ashram. Chitra Vichitra. This question also looks like Chitra Vichitra, but after answer, question will become Sadharan. Before answer, this is Chitra Vichitra. Describe Karma Yoge Mama Rupam. Lord's form in the Karma Yoga. Otherwise, you should write question. It is like this also. Describe the Lord's form in Karma Yoga. Huh? How many marks? Only 3 marks. Only 3 marks. So in this sloka, what is it? Tapaha. Tapaha, Vidya, Kriya, Kratavaha, Dharma. How many are there? Tapaha. Now that means Karma Yoga is also Lord's form only. Yajna also Lord's form. Yes or no? Yajna is also Yagnivaraha. That means in the yajna you'll be using the 4 chaturhotra karma, 4 karmas. Those are the 4 legs of the Varaha, and also his teeth, what, and this is compared actually. The comparison we have seen. Where we have seen this? In which chapter? Third canto, chapter number 13. Okay, chapter number 13. 13 or otherwise 17. Yobi, huh? So, okay. So now you see, tapaha means what you should take. Tapaha means here, according to karma yoga, you should take. So tapaha means what you should take here, not like in the Gnana yoga. Here word tapa yoga is related to which? Karma yoga. Karma yoga tapaha means yama, niyama, adikam, yama and niyama. Tapaha means here yama, niyama, do's and don'ts. In the karma yoga, nishiddha karma is there and also kamya karma is there. Do's and don'ts are there. So yama niyamas. Okay, you should take yama niyamas. Yama niyamas as tapaha. What is the answer? You should write like this only. So that is what Lord's form in karma yoga means. So which part of karma yoga is the which part of the Lord? That you should explain. Tapaha is yamanima. That is nothing but what? Heart of the Lord. Okay. Next, vidya. Vidya is what? What is vidya here? Sangha mantra japaha. Mantra japa. That means any mantra. So this is a karma actually. Okay. Not our Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So mantra japa related to the karma yoga actually. So then this is what? Body. Next to kriya. Kriya is there. Na? Kriya means what? Nitya or naimittika karmas. These are the Lord's angas. Mama akruti. That means not angas. It is a form. The form. Lord's form is nothing but these anga, these nitya naimittika karmas. Next, kratavaha. These are the, so Lord's head are the limbs. Anything you can take. Next, dharmaha. So dharmaha means before doing the any yajna, you whatever the different activities you do, pre-yajna activities are known as dharmaha. So those are nothing but what? Lord's mind. Lord's mind. And Lord's in that form of Lord, that's Lord's breathing air is what? The demigods. Suraha. So Satchidananda Swarupasya Mama Hrudayadi Vibhutaya Tapadaya. So finally, one Mama Asavaha Devaha Satchidananda Swarupasya Mama Hrudayad. Okay, sometimes atheists argue that since God is invisible to their eyes, they don't believe in God. For the Supreme Lord is describing a method by which you can see God. So that means whenever you do this tapaha, you should accept that. So it's nothing but the heart of the Lord, and this is the mind of the Lord, and this is the life air of the Lord, like that. So that every activity you can relate with the Lord. So that's the Prabhupada is writing. Intelligent person can see God in his personal form, as stated in the Shastras. But if one is very eager to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead immediately, face to face, he can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a description which portrays the various internal and external parts of his body. To engage in tapasya or denial of material activities is the first principle of spiritual life. Then there are spiritual activities such as performance of Vedic ritualistic sacrifices, study the Vedic knowledge, meditation upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So one should also respect. Here Prabhupada is writing everything in a devotional form. So, but it is the, now you may say that, oh Prabhu, the tapaha means, what is that? Tapaha next is what? Vidya means japa. So then you may say that, oh, japa means you're chanting mantra, then you are saying it's a part of the karma yoga. That's why. So you have to see the bhava of the Prabhupada, why he is writing like this. And what is the described there, and what message is conveyed, that means what message Prabhupada is preaching, that kind of difference you should always so understand. One should also respect the demigods and understand how they are situated. Okay, next. Ahameva samevagre nanyat kinchanantaram bahi sangnana matram avyaktam prasuptam iva vishwataha. Before the creation of this cosmic manifestation, I alone existed with my specific spiritual potencies. Consciousness was then unmanifested, just as one's consciousness is unmanifested during the time of sleep. So same kind of sloka came in the Chadusloka. Ahame sameva kinch bahihi. So very, very important points. What is saying here? So this is also 40 sloka, 44, 47. Achha, numbering they give. Describe the Lord's form in Bhakti Yoga. How many marks? 3 marks. That is explained in this sloka actually, 47. What is said here? Ahameva tvaya drushyehi tat swarupa vastra alankar. So then if you want to describe, then what you have to describe? You have seen that in the previously, the description, yellow garments, this, that you should write. But how can you say that is only the Lord's form? The form, whatever is described, is in the, that means Daksha saw the beautiful form of the Lord or not? Daksha saw beautiful form of the Lord, and that is the form, that is the original form of the Lord. How can you say? What happened after Hamsaguhya prayers? So Hamsaguhya prayers over, then Lord appeared, yellow garments and so on, so beautiful, just jewelry he was wearing and many things. And he, after Daksha saw this form, then now Lord started saying to him, what he's saying, Aham eva asam agre. So I was there before creation, and also I was there after annihilation. And nothing is outside to or inside to, nothing is outside to me. Everything is inside to me only. So what is this? See the whole scene. Hamsaguhya prayers are over, Lord appeared, and now he is saying that I am. That means now the form, whatever Daksha is seeing, that form is existing. That means Tvaya Drishya Etat Swarupa. That means Vastrar, Alankara, Astra, Vahana, Parshadadi Vishishtaha Eva Agre Sustehe Purameva Asam. That means this form is what? This form is accompanied by the different bhaktas and also different kind of the parshadas, and he's having so much jewelry, this, that, and this form. Aham means that form, that is because it is in front of the eyes of the, so Daksha, that form was there before creation. That is the meaning. Ahame vasam means he was there before creation. Next, Tatha eva agre pralayanantaram. Ahame vasam. Asam means I was there, and agre means I will. So here agre means here Vishwanath Chakravarti is taking after the annihilation. Annihilation. After annihilation also. So I was there before creation. That means whatever form you are seeing, this form was there before creation, and also it is there after creation. And tathaiva bhavishyati ityeva iti agre ityasya purvokta kalavachitva achitvat labhyate. Sampratam tu. So man, what about this in between? This is before creation, this form is there. After creation, also form is there. After annihilation, also form is there. What about now? Also you are seeing me. That means in between, you are now seeing me. So that means this form is eternal because it was there in the past, it will be in the future, it is there now. That means past, present, and future. Any object which is existing in the past and present and future, that is known as Nityam. That is known as eternal. Okay. Now you write the question. Strike off the previous question because that is very difficult. You cannot write the, I know you people will be lazy. Describing the Lord's form. Establish Lord's transcendental form. So is eternal. Establish Lord's transcendental form means, so which was shown to transcendental form, which was shown to Daksha is eternal. You should establish this. Okay. How will you establish? Because then you should make the story. So Lord is saying to Daksha that ahame vasam agre. Aham, that means I means the form which is, so now which is there in the front of the eyes of the, so Daksha, that is nothing but is accompanied with his all parshadas and so on, so which is decorated with so much jewelry and different kinds of the, so Vaijayanti Mala, these, that form is in front of the Lord, in front of the Daksha. That form, so he was saying about that form. Aham means that form is there before creation. He was there before creation. So aham, asam is indicating, and agre is indicating that that will be there after the, after the annihilation, and it is there now also in front of his eyes. So that means which was there the past and present and future, any object, then that is known as eternal. So this is, so this statement of the Lord is establishing his form, existence of his form in the past, present, and future. So that's why it is eternal. Like that you should write. Marks. 2. Traikaliki satta darshita. And what else he said? Lord is saying one more point. Mama antaram bahishcha anyat kimapi nasti. Nothing is there outside to me. That means he is also saying there is no inside and outside to me. Are, how can you say you are looking such a beautifully form, this much form is there, and whoever is, this is, everything is outside and this is inside. But he is saying that there is no inside to me and there is no outside to me. How it is possible? Let us take me, I am in front of you. Let us take, I am sometimes consider me as a body. Okay, so I am myself as a body. So this marker is inside to me or outside? Outside. And some here in my stomach. So what we ate in the morning? What we took? What we took? Yeah, tell me. Rice. Okay, rice. So rice is inside or outside? Inside. Inside to me. But he is saying, that means inside and outside is there for me or not? Any object which is having the form, that can be having the inside, outside or not? Yes. Then he is also having form or not? So then he will be having inside, outside or not? But he is saying what? There is no inside and outside to me. What is this? What is this, my Lord? It is objection. Yes or no? What is this? क्या कर रहे हैं? कॉमेडी कर रहे हैं हम लोगों से? भगवान मजाक कर रहे हैं क्या? He is playing. So he is saying that. That is the. Then how it is possible? If any object which is having some form, how can you say that that form is not having the inside and outside? Yes, and this is established in the you have to see in the Brahmaji's prayers. Brahmaji's prayers in the 10th canto, 14th chapter. Wow. So he establishes actually Brahmaji. So taking the example of Yashodamaya Damodar Leela. So in that Damodar Leela, Mother Yashoda Mata, so Mother Yashoda trying to bind him to the mortar with the rope. But she was trying. But all the time there is gap. Two fingers of gap. Why? So because that is establishing, they are taking that incident, Brahmaji is establishing, Lord is not having the inside and outside. Lord is Vibhu. Lord is all pervasive. Any object which is all pervasive, it is not at all having the any inside and outside. So based upon this, but how it is possible? We are also seeing that some limited shape. And how can you say there is no inside and outside? But that is the power of his Shaktis. That means he is having the Achintya Shakti, which is inconceivable. That's why, what is your understanding? Any object which is having the limited form, it can be having so inside and outside. That is your logic is saying. But your logic is failed. Because he is Achintya. Achintya. Tattvam. He is Achintya. Okay, that is the point he is mentioning here. Yadvakshate na chantarbahiryasya na chantarbahiryasya na purvam na pichaparam purva param bahischantar jagato yo jagachaya tammatva ajam avyaktam martyalingam adokshajam gopi kolu khale dhamna babanda prakriti prakrutam yatha. Who is saying this? Brahmaji. Sloka number, tell me. 10:14 only, it is. 10:9, 10:9. So Sukadeva Goswami is saying that. 10:9. 13. 10:9. Hurry. This is Damodar Leela actually. Okay, then Sukadeva Goswami is saying, okay. Actually, there Brahmaji also is saying in that 14th chapter, 10th canto, no problem. There also you can see. So, but these slokas are from, okay, 10:9, 13, 14. Okay. So that means Vibhutvam of the Lord is established by these words of the Lord. Nachantar by 10:9, 13, 40. So you can read the purport. So, but ignorant people, Prabhupada is saying, Avajananti mam moda manushim tanumasrita. That's why people, they don't know, but and people think that Krishna is also ordinary living entity, and they will not be understanding this point. That means he is a Vibhu. That also there is one more place that's you can see in the. So when Narada visited to these Dwarika Pattamahishi's houses, at that time also he said Chitrambata. That means he is a one person, but he is in the every house and doing the different activities. Ekena Vapusha. That means he is not having any Indrajala. That means, but he is not doing any Indrajala, but he is one with one body. He is existing in every house of the Dwarika's queens. How it is possible? Because of it is his Vibhu. This is establishing his form is Vibhu. Okay. This also you can see there. And next we'll go to the further. So Mayananta Gunenante Gunato Guna Vigraha Yadasit Tata eva adyaha swayambhu samabhudaja. I am the reservoir of unlimited potency, and therefore I am known as unlimited, all-pervading. From my material energy, the cosmic manifestation appeared within me, and in this universal manifestation appeared the chief being, Lord Brahma, who is your source and is not born of material mother. And he is telling himself what? My Ananta Gune Anante. He is having the infinite qualities and he is not having any mother and father. Who is not having mother and father, whom what we call him? Orphan. Lord is orphan or not? Anad. But he is Nath for everyone, but he himself is Anad. Because many people think that from where Lord came actually. Sudura Dhavanam. If you run like this, then who came for, from whom he came, and from whom that came, and from whom that came? Then there is no logic at all. Logic means there should be some stoppage, which is not going to conclusion. Is there any use of that kind of under discussion? There is no discussion. That's why even in the mathematics also, let us assume square root of -1 is equal to I, imaginary number I, plus or minus I. Yes or no, Sri Charan Prabhu? Square root of -1, can you find the value? You cannot. You should conclude. You can accept the axiom, that's all. Even that means in the material science also, to make the things happen, you have to put some limitation. You cannot keep on going, and there is no conclusion. So such a logic is not a logic actually. Such an approach is not a logical approach. Okay. So he's saying that Swayambhu and Samabhut Ajaha, unborn, and he is Swayambhu, he is manifesting himself. So next he is saying after that, Savai yada mahadevo mama viryopa brahmitaha mene kilamivatmanam udyata swarga karmani atame vihito devastapo tapyata darunam nava viswasrujo yushman yena davasrujat vibhu. Will Ravindra Chaitanya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
When the chief lord of the universe, Lord Brahma, Swayambhu, having been inspired by my energy, was attempting to create, he thought himself incapable. Therefore, I gave him advice, and in accordance with my instructions, he underwent extremely difficult austerities. Because of these austerities, the great Lord Brahma was able to create 9 personalities, including you, to help him in the functions of creation.
Thank you, Prabhu. So, Savai Yada Mahadevo Mama Viryopa Brahmita. From him, there are so many other expansions. So, Lord is telling to Daksha, you are also one among the chief universe. Having been inspired by my energy, was able to create. He thought himself incapable. So, actually, this point, Brahmaji was not able to do the creation. You know, in which chapter it came? Brahmaji was trying and not able to create, and what is that? He was sitting in a lotus flower, and there are big winds, and water is rising of that causal ocean water. Not causal, sorry. That's a Garbhodaka ocean. And because of this, he is unstable. And then after that, he is praying. Then Lord appeared and he asked him to do the tapasya. Where it came? Second canto. Acha, second canto, 8th chapter. Okay, tell me. Huh? Where it came, this story? This came where it came. It came in the 3rd canto, 8th chapter. 3rd canto actually. It's in 3rd. Yeah. 2nd canto, 8th chapter, Parikshit Maharaj is asking questions. Parikshit Maharaj questions. Yeah. 7th chapter is the Lord's sweet form. And 6th and 5th creation. After hearing the creations, he was boring actually. So Sukadeva Goswami said that these Srishti Leelas are okay, but you should hear the Ruchira Leelas. That's why 7th chapter is 2nd canto, 7th chapter is telling you the Ruchira Leelas, and 8th chapter is Parikshit Maharaj is asking questions, and 9th chapter is, so one story is explaining just. So Brahmaji, how he is saying the Vaikuntha. So because that the difference between the human body and the Lord's body, that's material body, is what? So to explain that question, when Parikshit asked the question, to answer that question, so he started the story. So that's why in the 2nd canto you don't see this kind of description. In the 3rd canto you'll see this. Okay, shaking and this will be in the 3rd chapter, 3rd canto. So when the chief lord of the universe, Lord Brahma, having been inspired by my energy, was attempting to create though himself incapable, therefore I gave him advice. That's with tapa. So he asked him to do, he gave advice to do the tapasya. And he did that. Because of my instructions, he underwent extremely difficult austerities. Because of these austerities, the great Lord Brahma was able to create 9 personalities, including you. So all Prajapatis are, that means different Prajapatis are created. That means he is telling about which Daksha? First Daksha, who came from Brahmaji. But after that, because of his, so that incident, he got the goat's face because offending the Shiva. So he left his body. So then after that, he got a birth as in the dynasty of Swayambhu Manu as a son of the Prachetas. This is the same Daksha, but same soul came here. So that's why Lord is saying, you are also created there. But he stopped the functioning there. He was created, why? Brahmaji created the Daksha for the purpose of increasing the progeny. That means now that's the same activity he wants to take it forward. So Lord is telling the previous story. Yesha panchajanasya duhita vai prajapate asin krinama patnitve asikni nama patnitve prajesha pratiguhyatam. So, oh my dear son Daksha Prajapati, Panchajana has a daughter named Ashikni, whom I offer to you so that you may accept her as your wife. Prajapati, he is also one Prajapati, Panchajana. He is having one daughter. Is that Asikni? Next, he is giving daughter, okay? Like Kardamuni also got the Swayambhu Manu's daughter Devahuti, same way. So because progeny means daughter is needed, na? Wife. Without wife, how? So that's why. Acha. मिथुनव्यवाय धर्मस्त्वं प्रजा सर्गमिमं पुनः Mithuna dharminyam bhurisho bhavayishyasi. Now unite in sexual life as man and woman. And in this way, by sexual intercourse, you will be able to beget hundreds of children in the womb of this girl to increase the population. Hundreds of children, thousands. Mithuna means what? Mithunasya means Stri pumsayoho yaha vyavayaha ratihi saeva dharmaha yasya saha tvam. This is the word. Mithunasya vyavayaha. Mithuna vyavaya dharmaha tvam. This is a word, important word. Mithuna vyavaya dharmaha. What is the meaning of Mithuna vyavaya dharmaha? Tvam means you. Who is saying? Lord is saying to Daksha, you. Daksha is what? Mithuna vyavaya dharmaha. Mithuna vyavaya dharmaha. What is the meaning in the what word meaning? What is the meaning of Mithuna vyavaya dharmaha? Tell me. Mithuna means Stri and male and female. Male and female. Mithuna vyavaya means the sexual activity between the man and woman. This is the Mithuna vyavaya. The sexual activity of between the man and woman. Man and woman is important because the sexual activity between man and woman is only called as Mithuna vyavaya, not the man and man and woman. Because that was very difficult to perceive in the olden days, but not. So Mithuna vyavaya means the sexual activity between male and female. So that is dharmaha. That is the dharmaha to whom? So that means that is you. You are the one who has the quality of, so you are the one who has the quality of doing sex with the woman. Simply said like that. And she is also, what is that her name? I forgot his name. Asikni. Asniki. Asinki. And Sanskrit is written in different here. Asi or Asikni should be written in another way actually. In Sanskrit is written wrong then. Asikni or the Asinki. Asinki in Sanskrit is written. 1 second, I will see that. Huh? Arey. हाँ अच्छा Asikni. Her name is Asikni. Yes, correct. But in the Sanskrit, in that it is written wrong. In our book, actually, in the printing book, it is wrong. Asinki, it is written actually. Asinki is written, it's wrong. Asikni means Asikni. This is the way you should write. But what is written there? Asinki. Asinki is written. This is wrong. Yeah, this is wrong. Asinki. Asikni. Whatever is there, you want to utter, that should come first. Here, what is coming first? Na is coming. Na is half, na? Na is coming, and then after that, ka is coming. Yashoda Kirti Mataji. Sanskrit, Hindi Pandit. Tell me. Difference? What is this?
Yes, Prabhuji, in Hindi it's written correct, Prabhuji. Asikni. Asikni.
What, is there any difference between these two? This and this. Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Asinki. The upper one is correct, Prabhuji.
But in the book, what is written? This, na? This is what? How you pronounce this?
Asik.
Asik kaisa hai? Na is half, Mataji. Ka is full, na?
Asinki.
Asinki. Asinki is written actually. This is wrong.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Devanagari is wrong.
Yes, Prabhuji. In Hindi book, other version, Asikni is written, Prabhuji, clearly.
Acha. Then fine. But in my book, it is wrong. It should be written like that in Devanagari as a top one. Asikni. But in the new version, it is written like this in the down one, which is wrong. Okay, in the new book, new printed books. Okay, anyway, come to our point. So what Lord is saying to, how he is describing, how he is telling about the Daksha. You are the one who is having the quality of what? Getting the rati by doing the sex with female. Similarly, your wife is also having the same quality of doing the sex with male. So that's why you both do sex and produce children. Progeny. So this is indicating what? There's a big point actually here. That means big point is there or not? He got the beautiful darshan of the Lord. But why he is having still the desire of and having the sex? That means what he said, Mituna Vyavaya Dharmaha. That is your property, he is saying. Mithuna Vyavaya means, so doing the sex with the opposite sex. That is your quality. Is big point or not? Big point Lord is making. From this, Vishwanath is telling these so many facts. So now you should understand. So I will make a question on this. Be careful. Mithunasya stri pumsayoho yo vyavayaha ratihi saiva dharmaha. That means getting the relishment. Rati means relishment. So between the other sex, opposite sex. So that is a dharma. So you are having. That is a quality. Your quality is that. And your wife is also same. So what? Tadrusha hamsa iti. That means, you see, now we should analyze now. So Daksha's, that whole activity, whatever he did. We are clear that this Daksha and that Daksha is same. That means Brahma, already Lord himself clarified. This Daksha is nothing but the, so Daksha, who was the previously the son of the Brahmaji. That is clear. Lord only clarified that. And this Daksha and his Brahmaji's son is, yeah, this Lord, from the Lord Brahmaji, and from Brahmaji is Daksha. And this Daksha, what he did in that life? He cursed. So he insulted actually. He offended. So Lord Shiva. And that's why he got the goat face also. But then after that, he left his body, Daksha, when he got the goat face, and now he took birth. So he took birth as a son of Prachetas. Prachetaha. So Pracheta's son is this Daksha. Now he prayed. He prayed to Lord through Hamsaguhya prayers. That means he did the Ashtadis also. He prayed and he did Hamsaguhya prayers. By these prayers, what happened actually? Is there any purification in his heart? No purification. Datta Nijasri Murti Darshana Prasadopi. So Daksha did the Hamsaguhya prayers. Then what is the resultant of this? He got darshan of Lord. Darshan of Lord. That means Daksha got the mercy from the Lord. Daksha got mercy from the Lord in the form of darshan. Mercy from the Lord in the form of darshan. Or through darshan. Lord, mercy from the Lord through darshan. Through darshan he got mercy, he got, but still upadishta nija tattvopi. Lord also explained his tattva or not. What he said? I was before the creation. I will be after the annihilation. I am also in front of you. And that means this form is very transcendental. And this is only the ultimate form. And I am only the person before the creation. Tattvam he told her not very nicely. Kuch gussa andar. Daksha ji ka memory mein gaya kuch heart mein. These teachings, did they do any influence? Did he get any influence on him? No. Even so, Daksha got the darshan, and not only that, he also got description of tattvam from the mouth of the Lord himself. So he got description of tattvam from the mouth of Lord. This also happened. So, but still, Lord, what he's saying after this, Lord is throwing him in what? Do sex with this woman and get children. What is this? What is this? That means he is throwing into where? Lord is throwing him into Karma yoga. Throwing spelling is what? W, na? That means he is throwing in not in karma yoga, he is throwing in the sense gratification. Through karma yoga. The word Mithuna Vyavaya Dharma is very important. From this one we are bringing, we are analyzing the whole scene. He is throwing into this, see, into the Vishaya Bhoga, and which is not having any limit. Is there any limit for the Vishaya Bhoga? Did he say any limit for this? But if we came in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, he said, you enjoy this. What he said in the case of Dhruva Maharaj? You enjoy this pleasure, this kingdom. How many years? 36,000. Yes or no? So, but for this, but in the case of Dhruva Maharaj also, he also went to the Lord and he also prayed, and he also prayed to the Lord and he also got the boon. Of course, he also went for the material desire only. But you see the difference between the Dhruva and the treatment, how the Lord is treating. But he said the end of his sense gratification. And but he is not saying the any end of sense gratification. And no end of sense gratification. No end of that sense gratification is mentioned by the Lord. कब तक मजा ले? कुछ है क्या लिमिट? पता ही नहीं, पता ही नहीं। तो लिमिट तो बोलो, तो बोले नहीं भगवान। ऐसा बोले क्या? इतना दिन एंजॉय करो, you limit, you enjoy this much time, and then after that you come to me. Did he mention like that? You come to my Dhruvalok. He said to him. See, what is this? What is the situation? What is happening actually in the case of Daksha? So he's throwing, Lord is throwing him once again into the sense gratification, which is not having any limit. That means he's not throwing him in the love, in the ocean of the love. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. No, he's not throwing in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, but he's throwing in the Vishaya Bhoga, Samsara. It's an ocean of Vishaya Bhoga, but not the ocean of Bhakti Rasa. And he's engaging him in the karma. In the karma. Why? Why this? Why Lord is doing like this? Even after giving his darshan also, why Lord is giving this kind of thing? Because Tat Kalu Swa Maha Bhakta Sri Rudra Aparada Sheshasya Abhanguratvena Hetuna Iti Gamyate. Because this guy, this Daksha offended my dearmost devotee. That's why he should not be given with the Bhakti Rasa. No. No Bhakti Rasa. Jao. Tum bhogo. Jaaki saurav se bhog ke. You just go and enjoy with this woman. And suffer. Because material suffering. So material life without devotion is always painful. Even you have a lot of money, lot of people to serve, but there is no happiness. That is the property of material world. People think that if we have a lot of money and a lot of people, then we'll be happy in the material world. But there is no happiness. Nobody is happy actually. Only one will be happy with the devotion only actually. That is the property of the material world. Why he is throwing? Because his great devotee is Rudra and he offended, and that offense still it is remaining. That means he already took some punishment, but it is not completely clean. Abhi bhi chukana hai. Balance is there. So that's why, because of this, aparada sheshasya abhangurit means hetuna iti ghamyate. That's why he is. That's why he is sent back to the sense gratification. Atayeva Anantara. And not only this, you see, one will be offending the devotee because of what? Because of ahankara, actually. Because of ahankara. So, doing offense will be leading to do you another offense, actually. He already offended Shiva, and that is not clean. And unclean offenses will be provoking you or leading you to do one more offense. This is also dangerous, you know. Karma, whatever karma you have, previous karma, that is aprarabdha is accumulated into the kota and bija, then that is desires, that is causing for the desires, and is once again making you to do more sins or not. Similarly, aparadha also, previous offenses will lead us to do more offenses. This is the science, actually, science of the aparadhas. And because of this, he is going to do one more offense. He is going to curse. When he the final. So yes, your question is always very concerned. With concern you ask, Prabhu, I know that. So what is the delivery is? One is either he should get the mercy of the pure devotees. We don't know, actually. Dakshas क्या हुआ पता ही नहीं बाद में. मुझे तो नहीं पता है, कोई बुक में नहीं है, भागवत में तो नहीं. So where it went, that jiva. But you see how when you will get delivery, some people is doing offense after offense, and that is accumulated and doing the one more offense. Then what is the hope? You may say the hope is one, either they should get this special mercy of the devotees, or otherwise that jivatma may be, so life after life, maybe 100,000 or 10,000 lifetimes suffering and reducing that means the influence of the offenses will not be so destroyed by the suffering. So but influence of offenses will be destroyed, so is reduced, and then they will be getting some taste. अरे उस समय मैं भगवान का नाम कभी भी लेते थे, माने 1000 after 10,000 lifetimes also, if you, that means before you started bhakti, that means is reminding you, so some taste is there, something is missing in my life. You'll be searching for that. This will happen, but delivery will be guaranteed. Darshan, what is that? Darshan he can give. Even Aditi also he gave darshan. What Aditi did actually?
Although he is offensive, but still is engaged in Lord's service. And Lord is also engaging in service. It's like creation, Prajapati.
Yeah, that is it. But there is no engagement means what? He should engage in the ocean of the love. He should throw into the ocean of, but he's throwing in the ocean of sense gratification. That's a big problem, no? Is because he has this that is uncleared offense. For that he should get punishment. Let him get punishment. Yes. 4 manvantras he did tapasya. Yes, very sure you are telling, very nice.
Also able to get darshana to Lord.
Yeah, but
Then
still, because
still,
that's why nama paradhani, nama by the nama only will be reduced. By the tapasya means what? This is karma, following the yama niyama. We discussed now what is the tapasya he did. That means tapaha vidya is a limbs of karma yoga, not there is no bhakti. He didn't do any bhakti. So that's by that what will happen. Even millions of lifetimes we follow karma. Sukadeva Goswami, what he's saying in the second chapter, 6th canto.
If he had the offense, and he prayed so long time, and also prayed long time, na?
Who?
Manantara, the Daksha.
He
How he Lord, if he offends in previous, and he also 4 Manantar he prayed to the Lord.
Yeah, 4.5 manvantras.
And Lord also pleased.
Almost all.
Lord also pleased his prayer. So and show him also
his darshan he gave. Okay. Yes.
How it is possible if he have a Vaishnava
that's why I'm saying na. until unless, so because that is indicating Lord is once again is throwing him. So Lord is throwing him in the sense gratification, means it is indicating that his offenses are there, they're not eradicated. Are falena parichiyate, a result is there, you cannot go back. Offensive person is there is no there is no rule like that. Duryodhana also got so many, actually so many jivas, even in all the battlefield, Kaurava, Kurukshetra, there so many they got. Yeah, that pleasing only for that much. What means this tapasa you did and I am pleased, whatever you want that I can give, that is a pleasing actually. He didn't understand. That's not. Lord said that, hey, you see, I am the supreme personality of God. But he didn't understand. He didn't have any repentance for that. Daksha didn't have, oh my dear. Like in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, how he was feeling when Lord Darshan he got, he was so much excited. But this fellow got fear actually. Daksha got fear. But in the case of Prahlad Maharaj, did he get any fear by seeing Narsingh Baba? He was so much excited actually. So happy he was. Kardaman also repented. What is cheap thing I was asking actually. He felt bad actually for that. And Dhruva Maharaj, so he felt so bad actually. I don't want actually now, but he is giving. That means Lord didn't forgot what I was thinking before doing this austerity. That is the transformation in the heart you can see by their devotion. But this person followed the karma, tapas, so-called tapas, related to the karma yoga. So with that, like if you do the sacrifice and Lord appears, what did it mean? If Lord appears and he gives darshan, means what? He is becoming pure devotee. In yajna also, in the previous times, so to take the complete, the final ablations, Lord will come. It means what? So that means they are all purified. What? No, it's not like that. Everything he will give, even akama, sakara kama, moksha kama, whatever you have. So all kamas you'll fulfill. Yes. It doesn't mean that this is, but actually if you do bhakti, yeah. But he did the Amsaguhya prayers, which is like sort of bhakti only. This is stuti. But the point is what? The main point is he's having the offenses. That is the main fundamental point you should understand. Because of these offenses, Lord is not pleased. And that's why he is throwing him back into the sense gratification. Forget about why don't you see the importance of the offenses? You are simply seeing that darshan. What is darshan? Darshan to सब लोग तो द्वारिका से लेकर सब लोग हस्तिनापुर तक जितना भी लोग हैं सब लोग तो देखे हैं भगवान को. When he is traveling on the chariot, then what is this? So this is the point actually. Nama and what? Atayeva Anantaradhyaya Sri Munendrenapi. So Vishnumayo Brahmitam iti Akhyasyamanha Dakshaha. So Naradam api Akshepyasya iti punarapi asya mahapradha palishyati. That means this one offense towards Shiva is leading to the one more offense to commit towards the Narada. That is clearly indicating he is committing towards once again Narada. He is not at all understanding the glories of the devotee. Means is clearly indicating Daksha's previous offense that's which committed towards the Shiva is not cleaned actually. But can you compare the case of the Daksha with the Kardama? No, nacha Kardamaha api bhagavata vishay bhoga eva nikshipta iti vacham. You may say that, hey, so how can you say he is having offenses? Even the Kardama is also thrown into the material pressure, because after giving darshan, so Lord said that you can get the beautiful wife and you can increase the progeny. So he said that. So that means once again Kardama was also engaged in the sense gratification. Can you say that means that means Kardama in the Daksha's case are same? No, it's not same, because there is a limit was said by the Kardama Muni's case. Lord said some limit for that. Yeah, what is that sloka is? Bhagavata savadika eva vishaya bhoga vishaya bhoga varaha datta. That means limited sense gratification is given, and then after that Lord said that you will attain me. That also is said. So that's why that sloka is not like the Niravadika. That means in the case of Daksha, there is no limit for the sense gratification. Lord is not mentioning any limit. So that is said, Tvamcha samyak anusthaya nidesham me ushattamaha mai tirdi krutasesha kriyarto mam prapsyase. That means after doing that means this, so progeny and having the children and everything, you will finally get back me. You will get back me. So that means there is a limit. In the case of Kardama, so Lord gave such a boon, which is sense gratification he gave, but which is having the limit, ending. But in the case of Daksha, there was no limit, because offenses were there. Lord was not pleased because of those offenses. Such a Kardama api anugrahyaha anugrahyastu ityadina bhaktimeva ante prarthaya masa. So he also, Kardama also ultimately, so bhakti only he asked, but Daksha didn't ask any bhakti. Evam sakama api sarva eva bhaktaha. Like this, Dhruva Maharaj also. Bhakti meva achankshuhur. That means even Dhruva also asked bhakti only. But why after doing the Amsaguhya prayers, that kind of stuti, so after doing Daksha, why he is not able to ask like others? Like others also having the material desires and they did the bhakti. After that, we are seeing the transformation in the heart. In others' case, like Daksha and, like Kardama and the Dhruva. But we are not seeing in his case because of offenses. You're understanding?
So nice philosophy and so deep the appears.
Yeah.
That means offensive person may speak so nice philosophy. And but
of course, why not? Because one is in the devotion.
Real devotion didn't ask like prayer, heart just melting. So like
That's not the point. It's not that we are also offended. We are not offending. We are so offending so many people actually, and we also speak so nicely. Anyway, it's not his composition. That is also one point. It's not from his heart. It's just a repetition. It's a composed. It is part of the Vedas, Hamsaguhya prayers. But anyway, he learned that, na? He memorized it and learned that. Yeah. Of course, everyone's gnana is from the Vedas only. So that's why you cannot say that. Everyone's knowledge is coming from Vedas only. But of course, it is not coming from his heart. Of course, but foundation is Veda, but it is not coming from his heart. That difference also is there. That also should accept. Okay, next. Na akangshati sma Bhagavan api tam na dadati. So that means Daksha also didn't ask, give me bhakti because of his, and also Lord also will not give. Gaya, dono ka. Ja. Now write the question. Please write the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary on SB 6.4.52. I need half an hour of your time. Kindly, I'll go next to 20 slokas in next chapter. Please. Flight mode. We'll go in a flight mode. No signal reaching. Your call will not be connected with me. I will be in the flight mode. You try to catch me, then you will be disconnected. You will not. How many marks? Only 3 marks. Simple, na? 3 or 5? 5 marks. Okay, 5. 5 lagao, 5. लग रहा है ना ये इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन लग रहा है या नहीं? Okay, next 53. Tvattah Tvattodhastat praja sarva mituni bhuya mayaya madiyaya bhavishyanti harishyanti chame balim. So then, after you give birth to many hundreds and thousands of children, they will also be captivated by illusory energy. That means you will be captivated, and they will be, your children also will be captivated and will engage like you. They will also so captivated by the illusory potency, and they will also attracted to the female and doing the sex and producing the children like this. Then now it will start, and it is not ending at all. Till now it is going. 7th Manvantara. That happened in the 6th Manvantara. Now we are the 7th, we are in now 7th Manvantara. This story happened in just one Manvantara before only. In the 6th Manvantara, Chakshas Manvantara. Just if you want to calculate, that 71 Mahayugas before it happened. Just 71 Mahayugas. So like you in sexual intercourse, but because of my mercy to you and them, they will also be able to give me presentation in devotion. That means bali, that means some offerings, karma arpanam they used to do. So next Sri Sukavacha ityuktva mishatastasya bhagavan visvabhavanah swapnopalabdharda iva tatraiva antardhade harihi. Translation. Sukadeva Goswami continued after the creator of the entire universe, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, had spoken in this way in the presence of Prajapati Daksha. He immediately disappeared as if he were an object experienced in a dream. Immediately, Lord, no time. Like Vishnudutas disappeared in front of Ajamal. So like that, immediately he disappeared. Then the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the 6th kind of 4th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled the Hamsugya prayers offered to the Lord by the Prajapati Daksha. 2 minutes are there. That means I am still in this time. So I will continue. Next, Sri Sukha Uvacha. Okay. So Tasyam sa panchajanyam Vaivishnamayopha brumhitaha Haryashva sangnanuyutam putrana janayat vibhu. Because this chapter is not having the 20 slokas are not having any commentary, so we will be in the flight mode. Please be ready. So just give me another 20 minutes. I am praying at all your lotus feet. 10 minutes is enough. Okay, 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued. Then after that, what happened? So Daksha got the boon. Then impelled by the illusory energy of Lord Vishnu, Prajapati. So Prajapati Daksha begot the 10,000 sons in the womb of Panchajani. Panchajana's putri, the daughter of Panchajani, is known as Panchajani. That is Asikni. So how many got? 10,000. My dear king, these sons were called as Haryashvas. Next, Aprutag Dharmashilaste sarve daksha yena nrupa pitra prokta praja sarge pratichim prayayurdisham. My dear king, all the sons of Prajapati Daksha were alike in beginning very gentle and obedient to the orders of their father. When their father ordered them to beget children, they all went in the western direction. Western direction means west. This Pakistan side. Pakistan side. Tatra Narayana Saras Tirtham Sindhu Samudrayo Sangamo Yatra Sumahan Muni Siddha Nishevitam. In the west, where the river Sindhu meets the sea, there is a great place of pilgrimage known as Narayana Saras. Many sages and others advanced in spiritual consciousness live there. So by going there, so what is? One is can perform the many austerities. These all Haryashvas. His 10,000 sons went there. There's a west side, there's a Sindhu Pranta. It's like almost near to the Punjab and that area, and Pakistan, that area. So the Sindhu river is there. So there they did the, that's a river name is Narayana Saras. It's a lake or Saras. River Sindhu meets the sea. That's the place where river Sindhu meets the sea. That's Narayana Saras. And in that Saras, near that Saras, they did the austerities. Tadupasparshana deva vinirdutamalaashaya dharme paramahamsyecha protpannamatayoppyuta tepire tapayevagram pitra deshena yantritaha praja vivruddaye yattan devarshisthan darshaha. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, तब तो चलेगा भी. In that holy place, the Haryashvas began regularly touching the lake's water in bathing in them, gradually becoming very much purified. They became inclined. Everyone follow the translation. I don't want to explain. Okay. So inclined toward the activities of Paramahamsas. Nevertheless, because their father had ordered them to increase the population, they performed severe austerities to fulfill his desires. One day, when the great sage Narada saw those boys performing such fine austerities to increase the population, Narada approached them. Okay, all they are doing tapasya there and doing the various austerities and bathing, this and that. So these 10,000 boys are very much immersed in the doing the tapasya as per instructions of his father. And Narada saw these boys and he came. What he said? Uvacha chata haryashva katam Srakshata vai prajaha adrushtantam bhuvo yuyam balisha batapalakaha tadaika purusham rashtam bilam cha drushta nirgamam bahurupam striyam chapi pumam sampunshali patim nadim upayato vaham pancha panchabdvutam gruham. Pancha panchabdvutam gruham kvachidham sam chitrakhatam kshairapavyam swayam brami. Translation: the great sage Narada said to those boys, "Oh my dear Haryashvas, you have not seen the extremities of the earth." So Hitopdesh, it's allegorical story. He's also telling the allegorical story. Allegorical story means not the like in the, so Jadabharata told the allegorical story to Ravagana, same allegorical story he's telling first. So what Narada is telling, carefully observe. Points are noted actually. My lord, you should note the points here. What he's saying. Okay. He's telling that first to those people, you people didn't see the extremities of the earth. What is earth? You'll come to know. Okay. And next, what he's saying, there is a kingdom where only one man lives and where there is a hole. There is a hole from which, having entered, no one emerges. So entering only, no emerges. A woman there who is extremely unchaste adorns herself with various attractive dresses, and the man who lives there is her husband. So first he said that you didn't see the extremities of the earth, and in that earth, to that earth, there is a kingdom. In that kingdom there is a king, Purusha, and he's having wife, and that wife is very unchaste wife. It's a prostitute actually, unchaste. Okay. So in that kingdom there is a river flowing in both directions, a wonderful home made of 25 materials, a swan that vibrates various sounds, and an automatically revolving object made of sharp razors and thunderbolts. An automatically revolving object made of sharp razors and thunderbolts. You have not seen all this, and therefore you are inexperienced boys without advanced knowledge. How then will you create progeny? Are bacche? He is saying, I say, are bacche? Bacche means are murkho. Actually, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is translating. So that Balishaha. So what he's saying, Balishaha. In the sloka, if you see, in the 6th sloka, Balishaha means you are all kids. Kids means 2 meanings you can take. Are bacha. That means you're saying, even bada admi, by age is having elderly grown up only, but you say bacha means what? He is In knowledge, he is very ignorant. Then also you can say bacha. Here, Balisha means you can take that. Balishaha bata palakaha. It's very comedy he's doing. Narada is doing comedy with these people. He is saying that मूर्खों, छोटे बच्चे हैं, अरे आप लोग क्या देखे दुनिया में, कुछ तो देखे नहीं. You didn't see the what is the life what you didn't see, and you want to produce progeny. You don't know anything. Actually, he's saying like that. You don't know anything. And what is that? You people don't know anything, and also you are the king's sons. Daksha is a king, na? And Palaka means you are all the protectors of the people. You don't know, you people don't know what is the reality and fact. Wait, commentary I will read. Little commentary. So, what is the main intention? You know, Suddha Anta Karanaha. Actually, these all boys are completely purified people. Their heart is purified. So, if someone's heart is purified and completely detached, and he is eligible for what? Tavat karmani kurveta yavan. बोलिए. Nirveda. Tavat karmani kurveta nirveta yavata. So that means if someone's heart is purified and he is having the detachment, and then he is eligible for what? बोलिए. He is eligible for? He is eligible for bhakti. Wrong answer. तावत् कर्माणि कुर्वेता ननिर्विद्येत यावता मत्कथा श्रवणादौ वा श्रद्धा यावन्न जायते. So if someone's heart is purified and he is having detachment, so he is qualified for what? He is qualified for the gnana. And who is qualified to enter into the bhakti, that means pure devotional service? Who has shraddha in the purna shraddha, not little shraddha. Purna Shraddha in the stories of the Lord, hearing the stories of the Lord. That person is eligible for the pure devotional service. And whose heart is purified and who has detachment, so those people are eligible for Gnana. So that's why by seeing these people, Narada understood that these people are Adhikari for Moksha, Gnana. So Moksha Dharma Adhikarinaha. This is the opinion he got. And that's why he wants to now give the gnana for them. So for that, he is making the first giving the allegorical story to them. He is making them to hear allegorical story. So indirectly he is saying allegorical, in the story form he is saying, "Arey aap log to kuch jante hi nahi. So you don't know anything about the material life, and you don't know what is that means Jivatma, Paramatma, these things you don't know. That is the meaning. Anyway, I am saying, but you don't know. And balakaha tasmat yuyam balishaha murkaha. Balisha means you are all murkaha, you are all innocent. And eva yataha balakaha palakaha iti pate prajana palaka, and still you are murkaha, you are intelligent, but still you are palakaha. And palakaha also you are murkaha. You can take like this. You are balakaha, but you are the palakaha. That means you are innocent people, but you are the protectors of the people. And you are the protectors of people, but you are the murkaha. So bata vismaye, that means wow, what is surprise? Eka eva purusha tatra. That means there is one purusha in that kingdom, and there is another female who is so prostitute. So okay, there are the different things also is explained. Next we'll see that 9th sloka. Katam swapati swapitur adesham avidvamso vipaschitaha anurupam avignaya aho sargam karishyata. Alas, your father is omniscient, but you don't know his actual order. Without knowing the actual purpose of your father, how will you create progeny? देखिए यार कर डाल रहे हैं शिशुकुवाचा तन्निशम्यात हर्यश्वा औत्पत्तिकमनीषया वाचः कूटं तु देहवर्षे स्वयं विमंश्रुर्धिया. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, hearing these enigmatic words of Narada Muni, the Haryashvas considered them with their natural intelligence without help from others. नारदोक्तानि दशवाक्यानि सुखबोधार्थं स्वयमेव व्याचष्ट दशभिः. He told 10 sloka, 10 sentences actually till now. That means in the 6th and 8th, if you see, those are total 10 points he said. All these 10 points he is going to explain in the 10 slokas. So what is Bhuhu? What is Purusha? Who is Purusha and who is that prostitute? And what are other things he will be going to say in the 10 slokas. Okay. So that we are going to hear from that means story he said. You don't know these people, but he is explaining the meaning of that story also. But in the case of Rahugana, Jadabharata case, so Jadabharata didn't explain. But Parishita asked and then Sukadeva Goswami explained that. So here Narada himself is explaining that story. What is that kingdom and what is that Purusha? What is that? So the prostitute, everything he will explain. Okay, let us see. तत्र अदृष्ट्वान्तं भुवः इति व्याचष्टे. भूरिति क्षेत्रं तच्च अत्र जीवसंज्ञं लिंगशरीरम् अनादि आदिशून्यं निजस्य जीवात्मनः बन्धनं यतः. Okay, sorry. We should study 11th sloka, na? 11th sloka we'll study and then we'll, yeah. भूः क्षेत्रं जीवसंज्ञं यदनादि निजबन्धनम् अदृष्ट्वा तस्य निर्वाणं किमसत्कर्मभिर्भवेत्. The Haryasvas understood the meaning of Narada's words as follows. The word Bhuh refers to the field of activities. The material body, which is the result of the living beings' actions, is his field of activities, and it gives him false designation. Since time immemorial, he has received various types of material bodies, which are the roots of bondage to the material world. If one foolishly engages in temporary fruitive activities and doesn't look toward the cessation of this bondage, what will be benefit of his action? So Jiva Sangyam, here Kshetram, Bhuhu, Bhuhu means the earth. That is nothing but what? Jiva. Okay. Linga Sariram. Jiva means what you should take here? Body. Subtle body. Subtle and gross bodies, whatever. That is subtle body. Here, field is, that's nothing but Bhuhu, earth. That is nothing but body. That's a subtle body. Subtle body is from which time? Anadikala. We are having from the beginningless. This body is there from the beginningless. Next, what is that? Adrishtva tasya nirvanam kim asat karma bhir bhavet. That without seeing the reactions we get from this. So one keeping on doing the karma and getting the entanglement. Actually, these 10 slokas are there. These slokas are going to explain the meaning of the story said by the Narada. Who is saying? Actually, Narada is not saying. This is said by the Narada Muni, sorry, Sukadeva Goswami. Narada Muni spoke. चलो यार इतना बड़ा परपोट है तो नेक्स्ट एक एवेश्वरस्तुर्यो भगवान् स्वाश्रयः परः तमदृष्ट्वा भवं पुंसः किम asatkarmabhirbhavet. So translation, Narada Muni had said that there is a kingdom where there is only one male. The Haryashvas realized the purport of this statement. The only enjoyer is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That Purusha. That field is what? That's Hridayam actually. That's a this is what? Heart. Heart means what? Subtle body. And here there is a only one male, and he is Paramatma. And there is one female. Who is this? This is Jivatma. This subtle body is also known as Jivaha. Jiva. Jivatma means you should say always Jivatma only. You should not say Jiva this. This cannot be called as Jiva. It is known as Jivatma. Jiva means so total body. Jiva. Jivatma. Pure soul is known as Jivatma. Body is known as Jiva. Yes. So Bhagavan Ekha Eva Ishwarah Tiryah Bhagavan Swashraya Parah Tam Adrishtva Abhavam Pumsaha Kim Asat Karma Bir Bhavet. So without seeing him, this Jivatma is not looking him. He's not he's a prostitute. Jivatma is prostitute. And he is the Purusha. Paramatma is only one Purusha, means he is only the enjoyer. Actually, he is the enjoyer. But this Jivatma should serve the husband, but not serving the husband and becoming the prostitute and getting the rose every day, new dress it is wearing. Means material bodies, different bodies it is taking. And decorating itself as so beautiful. Sometimes pig, sometimes dog, sometimes rat, mat, all these. This prostitute is the Jivatma. Okay. The only enjoyer is the Supreme Personality of Godhead who observes everything, everywhere. He is full of 6 opulences and fully independent of everyone else. He is never subject to 3 modes of material nature, for he is always transcendental to this material creation. If the members of human society don't understand him, the Supreme, through their advancement in the knowledge of the activities, but simply work very hard, that means who are not seeing the Paramatma, they will simply work hard and do the material activities, and they will be increasing their karma. They are changing the bodies. So, but simply work very hard like cats and dogs all day and night for temporary happiness. What will be the benefit of their activities? Puman naiveti yad gatva bela swargam gato yatha pratyagdhama vida iha kima satkarma bhir bhavet. So Narada Muni had described that there is a bila or a hole, so from which having entered one doesn't return. The Haryashvas understood the meaning of this allegory. Hardly once has a person who has entered the lower planetary systems called Patala been seen to return. Similarly, if one enters in the Vaikuntha Dhama, Pratyag Dhama, he doesn't return to material world. So if there is such a place from which having gone, one doesn't return to the miserable material condition of life, which is the use of jumping like monkeys in the temporary material world and not seeing or understanding that place, what will be profit? So here Bila is there, one hole. So entering into that hole is Bilaswarga. Bilaswarga, you know, Belaswarga. This earth, this is the Brahmandala, sorry, this is the universe, this is the earth planet, and down to this there are the, so there is a hole actually. In this hole, if you go, Patal Loka actually, all the lower planetaries. This is known as Belaswarga. And this is here also Dvipas are there. All these are all the Bhauma Sarga. And on top of this 3-dimensional, if you take on the top here, this is Swarga actually. And people are not, so people not seeing the Paramatma and doing the various activities, they are entering into that Belaswarga and they are getting the pleasure there, and udhar hi khoye jate hain rehte, bas always they are surrounding there only. No, pain also will be there in the Belaswarga. But that pleasure is better than the Bhauma Sarga, but there is a pain also. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. Mind calm nahi kar raha. Sabka ho gaya. Hope, yes. What is it today? Today? Huh? Today is Wednesday, na? Thursday is there, Friday is there, after that Monday is there, sorry, Tuesday is there, 3 days are there. Huh? Today is Wednesday only, na? Thursday is there, Friday is there, and after that once again Tuesday is there. 3 days, we can, 3 days means 3 worlds we can reach. Huh? Yeah, 31st also is there, Tuesday. This month is 31st. हाँ? देखते हैं, खाने कृष्ण प्रभु आ रहे हैं तो देखते हैं उनका क्या प्लानिंग है. Let's see, let me see. If he's interested, then interested only, and if he's also having some services, so if he's free, then we can see. Otherwise, I will take in the horse. All of you on the horse. 3 days, yeah, we can finish 5th, 6th, 7th. 3 days. Yeah. 5, 6, 7 we can finish. Mostly, I hope actually we can finish. Now you're all not giving extra time to me, but still I am trying only. Sometimes you are giving 20 minutes hardly actually. Okay, thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.